Steve Cab is not a transsexual that I know of. I guess I don't know. Welcome to yet another episode of Old School Review, a series where I review video parts from my past that inspired me, and hopefully they'll inspire you guys too. Today, RDS FSU 2002, a video from Red Dragons. That's what the RDS stood for. FSU. I think it stands for fuck shit up. Let's jump right into it. Play. One thing I remember from this video is it had a great soundtrack. Look at this guy. Snap, 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 snap. Dick shot, leg shot, throwing shit, head shot, ducking on my feet. Okay, I thought the skating would start earlier, so I don't know what the hell's going on here. Oh, damn. A little bit of breakdancing, falling. See, if this was a sponsor review, I'd be pissed off. But he starts off with a banger, like I tell you guys to do. Kinked rails back then, they were a lot more impressive. Big crooked grind. I think this is Ryan Smith. Hopefully I didn't say the wrong name, because I'm sure in the comments everyone's gonna say, "Hey dumbass, that's somebody else." Whatever. Big back grind. Big ollie. Muska skated that back in the day in an old Transworld video. I wish you guys could hear the music. Great soundtrack in this video, and it's not all hip-hop. It's a pretty good mix of enjoyable music. He skates ledges. He skates rails. He's got tech. Kick flip out of a grind. Gaps to rails. Kick flip nose slide. Big switch front board. Kick flip front board. It's getting crazy. Switch tray. He can skate switch. Back heel down a gap. All around skateboarder, although I haven't seen a manual yet. Frontside flip. Nollie crook. Back lip. Back lip again. I don't know. This shit is just really enjoyable. Big rails. He mixes it up very nicely. Huge Smith grind. Camera battery just died, so I don't know where the fuck I left off. Here's a big front board. I don't know why they showed it twice. Maybe because the back truck almost hit the post. Really steep nose slide. Nollie flip 180, here we go. This was one of my favorite parts because he did two flip tricks, bang, fakie, a stance we rarely see anymore, and then does a big hubba at the end, which looks to be not an easy hubba. So I always like seeing like the flat ground tricks and the line, and then it ends with a huge banger. That was amazing in 2002. Frontside flip switch 5-0, down fucking whatever that was, 10 stair hubba, amazing. And then they show this, nollie nose slide. How is that more amazing? Why is that worth slow-mo? I don't know. Great nose blunt. Is that the banger? Oh, and his hand's fucked up. But he doesn't care. Skipping ahead, one of my favorite parts of all time, just because of the soundtrack. My man, Russell Milligan. Canadian. All these guys are Canadians. Forget everything you heard about Canadians being shitty skateboarders. He skates to a Nate Jog, and Warren P. Nate Dogg and Warren G. Regulators. Mount up. Switch tray. Push. Fakie, who knows? Bang. This guy had a pretty cool mix. Not so much with rails. I guess you can't have everything. You can't have rails, stairs, manuals, and ledges. But he had ledges, manuals, and a little bit of stairs and gaps here and there. You saw a little guy like hopping around all weird. But back in the day, this tech was really enjoyable to watch because it was all calm, calculated. Okay, he's not hauling ass. He's not trying to be like a tranny skater. He's going a little bit slow, but he keeps it nice and smooth. And he was doing a lot of these tricks like you would see these kind of tricks in a Brian Winning part. And Brian Winning back here, in this era, was like God. Brian Winning was the god of not only ledge skating, but looking good on a skateboard. Pops out. This is just fun to watch. Then he skates the stairs. Looked a little bit weird, but you know what? You gotta keep the audience guessing. It's called audience confusion. Fakey flip in the dark. And then this was not hated on back then. The switch Mongo push, that came later. Later in skate history, the switch Mongo push became like don't fucking ever do that shit unless you want to be made fun of. Look at that. Look how good he catches it. Boom. No toes dragging. I always wondered why this was in slow-mo. Like maybe that ledge is higher than it looks. And this switch heel, really? I don't know. On to the next part. If you guys are wondering what's going on right here, Rob Boyce skates to Backstreet Boys, and it's fucking hilarious. Back when skate videos didn't have to be so serious. Now we move on to snowboarding? I don't know. I thought there was going to be a montage coming up. Look at this guy. Steve Cab. Some other heavy hitters. Sean Hayes. Not a familiar name, but a familiar nollie heel flip. Very well done. Someone skates in this section of the video that I think you guys are going to be pretty stoked on. I can't hold it in. It's Chris Haslam skates in this, and he has a totally different look. I think you guys will get a kick out of it. Just, I don't know, man. Nollie front nose. Look how bad he could have fell. If he jumped over, he would have landed on that post, fell back, smacked his head, brain matter would be on the ground, and somebody would have to clean it up. And I'm not cleaning it up, because I didn't bring a broom to this video review. Look at this guy push a switch. Good for him. This was a great video because I'm not going to show all the crazy, like, controversial parts of it, but it was kind of like, okay, these guys are great skaters, but they're also kind of like bad boys. Like, this was sort of the death wish kind of, you know, like piss drunks, but not quite piss drunks, more, you know, polite Canadian young men and women. I don't think there was any chick skaters in this fucking video. Good. All they do is bore people when they watch them anyways. Tranny. Steve Cab. Look at this guy. Not that Steve Cab is a tranny. Steve Cab is not a transsexual. That I know of. I guess I don't know. I would be very surprised if he was. This video's taking a turn for the worse. Varial flip. In your face. Some of these spots look like skate parks, right? Those stairs could be a skate park. This looks like it could be a mall. I would skate that rail. Mark my words. What happened to this guy? Galia Mamalu? He was a beast. I think he did nollie. What did he do? Nollie back tail or nollie front tail down Hollywood? That shit was crazy. That was fucking nuts. Switch front tail. Beast. Bucky Lasik. Or LASIK. Depending. I might have to get some LASIK surgery. This guy just came out with a part on Thrasher and it was fucking dope. It was all in like concrete bowls and he was doing gnarly vert tricks. Anyway, back to the video. That was cool. Boom! Where's my man Christopher? He's got to be coming up. Christopher Robin. Look at that rail. I always looked at that rail. It's so pretty. Bright red with the trees and shit. Boring. Not boring. Nollie back heel. Big heel flip. Weird foot extension, but I liked it. Look at that man. Oh, how the times have changed. Pushing Mongo. It was allowed. Don't forget. Switch illusion frontside flip. Big ollie. There, that's the guy we remember. Switch front crook, perfect pop out. Back nose blunt. Nose grind shove. I can do those. I like doing those. Switch big heel. And then Rick McCrank. That's all we get from the Chris Haslam, but very enjoyable. Look at this nollie nose blunt. No one skates like that anymore. Fucking Rick McCrank's one of those guys where you see him skate sometimes and you're like, oh, just an average guy. And then other times you watch him do tricks like this. Boom. Wait for it. Big ol' switch ollie. In your face. And you're like, oh shit, he's way better than I fucking would have ever remembered. What is this? Blake. The Blade. Oh, this is cool. They make skate videos fun, Red Dragons. Watch this. He does a nose slide. Did a manual. Little kick flip, hand touch. We used to call that a crib flip. Because all the kids that were gangsters, they would kick flip and they'd touch their board. We used to call it crib flip. And then what happens? High five. Boom! Killing people. Dead! Dead! Right in the fucking liver. Die! Backflip. Red Dragons video. On to the next video part. Paul McNow, bang, nose grind. Huge bangers. In fact, I think we're starting halfway through his part. This is only the bangers. He also had a normal part where he did non-bangers, I suppose. This guy, a lot of names get thrown out when you talk about old school handrail skaters. Jamie Thomas gets thrown out a lot, but this guy belongs in that list because he is a beast. And he can skate stairs too. He had a mean switch backside flip. Big old feeble. Fakey tail slide. Where's that, in France? Paris, perhaps? Gay Paris? Then he goes back to Canada, perhaps, front board. I like the slow-mo. Even if they're not that gnarly of tricks, I do enjoy the slow-mo. Big old kickflip. Look at that. You could use that kickflip in a video part today. No roll-up, giant crooked grind, almost falls, goes into nose grind and lands it. The skill in these videos, front nose, inspired me to want to get good at front noses. This trick alone inspired me to want to get good at front nose because he gets on at the start of the rail. He doesn't gap to the end and barely touch it. Grinds that fucker all the way through. And then he's coming for you! He's coming for you. People, if you haven't heard of this video, it's called RDS FSU. I feel like somewhere online there's a high quality version. I'm watching kind of a shitty quality version because I actually got this video in 2002. Let me know if you guys enjoy this series. Let me know if you remember this video and what was your favorite part. Also, let me know what video should I review next time for this series of old school review. Got me thinking about the good old days. Anyways, until next time, guys. Kuna Matata bitches.